Born in Camagüey, Cuba, Rodolfo Rodriguez Cabrera was a child with an affinity for technical pursuits. His curiosity was sparked early, and he found himself drawn to the intricacies of circuit boards, the silent language of electronics, and the potential that lay within these technical marvels. From a young age, Cabrera was not just satisfied with understanding how things worked, he wanted to improve them, to make them more efficient, more effective. His dreams were not of playground games or adolescent mischief, but of architectural designs and engineering marvels. In the year 1976, a 10-year-old Cabrera won a student essay contest, a feat that granted him a personal audience with the then Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. When asked about his future aspirations, young Cabrera didn't miss a beat before he confidently stated his desire to become an architectural engineer. His dreams were big, his determination unwavering. As Cabrera transitioned into his teenage years, his interests took a flight of their own. He became obsessed with airplanes, their design, their mechanics, and the sheer brilliance of aeronautical engineering. This obsession didn't go unnoticed. His passion and dedication won him a scholarship to the prestigious Riga Civil Aviation Engineers Institute in Latvia, home to one of the finest aeronautical engineering programs in the Soviet Union. It seemed like Cabrera was on the path to fulfilling his dreams, his future soaring as high as the airplanes he admired. However, as we all know, life often has a way of steering us in directions we never anticipated. For Cabrera, his course veered away from the skies and the airplanes he had grown to love. Unknowingly, he was being drawn towards a different kind of machine, one that would lead him down a path far removed from his initial dreams of architectural engineering. But life had different plans, steering Cabrera away from airplanes and towards another machine, the slot machine. Following his studies, Cabrera didn't find himself tinkering with airplanes but rather slot machines. The buzz of the casino, the thrill of the jackpot, and the intrigue of the machine's inner workings captivated him. This wasn't a path he'd anticipated, but life has a funny way of dealing the cards, doesn't it? He found himself drawn to Riga, Latvia. Here, amidst the cobblestone streets and quaint cafes, Cabrera laid the foundation of his future. With a soldering iron in one hand and a circuit board in the other, he established his own slot machine repair company. Cabrera's fascination with these electronic marvels was not just a fleeting fancy. It was a deep dive into the complexity of their mechanics, a journey into their silicon hearts. He was enchanted by the intricate symphony of circuits and lights, the precise dance of gears and levers. As he delved deeper, he discovered that these machines were not just about chance, but rather a carefully crafted balance of mathematics and technology. His company was not just a business, it was an exploration, a discovery. Each machine that rolled into his shop was a new challenge, a puzzle to be solved. The more he learned, the more he realized the vast potential these machines held. He wasn't just repairing slot machines, he was mastering them. He was learning their secrets, understanding their language. He was decoding the rhythm of their electronic heartbeat, the pulse of their RNG algorithms. It was a journey that took him from the classrooms of Riga Civil Aviation Engineers Institute to the buzzing casinos of Riga. It was a shift from the wide-open skies to the vibrant gaming floors. But as Cabrera immersed himself in his new passion, he was unknowingly setting the stage for a future he couldn't yet see. His love for electronics, his fascination with slot machines, would unexpectedly steer his life in a new direction. Little did Cabrera know, his passion for electronics and slot machines would soon lead him down an uncharted path. Cabrera's love for tinkering with slot machines soon led him into uncharted territories. His intimate understanding of the mechanics of these machines began to take a rather unexpected turn. He had always been a creator, a fixer, but he found himself on a path that was more shadowy than the well-lit labs he was used to. Cabrera's curiosity and engineering prowess converged, leading him down a path that was far from the architectural engineering career he had once envisioned. He began to see not just the circuits and gears of a slot machine, but an opportunity, a challenge. And so he began to create his own machines, replicas so precise that they could easily pass as the original. The scale of Cabrera's operation was truly a marvel. From his humble repair shop in Riga, Latvia, he was able to reach the corners of the globe. His counterfeit machines found their way into casinos, game rooms, and even private collections worldwide. It was a global operation, run by a man who had once just wanted to play around with circuit boards. These weren't just any old knockoffs. Cabrera's machines were masterpieces of deceit. He used his deep understanding of the machines, their mechanics, their quirks, and their secrets to create copies so flawless they were virtually indistinguishable from the real deal. Each counterfeit was a testament to his technical prowess, his attention to detail, and his audacity. Cabrera was no longer just a repairman or an engineer. He had become something more, something darker. He had become a creator of illusions, a dealer in deception. His machines, once just a hobby, had become tools in a game of high stakes and high risks. Cabrera was now more than just a slot machine repairman. He had become the mastermind of a global counterfeiting ring. His love for circuit boards and gears had led him on a journey he never could have predicted. From a simple repair shop in Riga to the helm of a global operation, Cabrera had certainly come a long way from his dreams of becoming an architectural engineer. But as Cabrera's operations grew, so did the attention it attracted. Rodolfo Rodriguez Cabrera, the man from Cuba with a love for electronics, had built himself an empire. He was a king in a world of slots, his counterfeit machines scattered across the globe. But as with all empires built on shaky ground, the cracks began to show. Cabrera's operations were a well-oiled machine, but they weren't invisible. His success had cast a spotlight on his activities, and it wasn't long before the law enforcement started to take notice. The authorities had been tipped off by suspicious casino owners who noticed that some machines were paying out more than they should. Legal implications for such activities are severe, and Cabrera knew it. Counterfeiting slot machines isn't just a breach of casino rules, it's a violation of international law. The charges began to pile up: racketeering, fraud, and counterfeiting. The empire Cabrera had built was beginning to crumble. As the legal noose tightened, Cabrera's operations began to falter. His workers were arrested, his counterfeit machines seized. The once thriving empire was reduced to rubble. The man who had once met Fidel Castro and dreamed of being an architectural engineer was now a wanted criminal. In the aftermath, Cabrera was left with nothing but a legacy of deceit. His name became synonymous with one of the largest slot machine counterfeiting rings in history. His love for electronics, once a passion, had become his downfall. Cabrera's story serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of stepping over the line. His technical prowess and ingenuity could have been directed towards something beneficial, something legal. But he chose a different path, a path that led him to infamy. His journey from an aspiring architectural engineer to a global slot machine counterfeiter is a tale of wasted potential, a story of a man who let his love for electronics lead him astray. Cabrera's journey had taken him from an aspiring architectural engineer to a global slot machine counterfeiter. Cabrera's story serves as a stark reminder of the fine line between passion and obsession. Rodolfo Rodriguez Cabrera was a man who loved electronics. He was fascinated by their intricate workings, captivated by their potential, and driven by a desire to understand them. It was this passion that led him to become an engineer, and later to start his own slot machine repair company in Riga, Latvia. However, as Cabrera delved deeper into the world of electronics, he began to stray from the path of ethical engineering. His fascination with the inner workings of slot machines morphed into an obsession with manipulating them. He used his knowledge and skills not to improve or innovate, but to deceive and exploit. The story of Cabrera is not just about a man who hacked slot machines. It's about a man who allowed his passion to consume him, to blur the lines between right and wrong. It's a tale of how the love for one's craft can sometimes lead one astray when unchecked by ethical considerations. And yet, within Cabrera's story, there are lessons to be learned. It's a reminder to us all that passion, while a powerful motivator, must be tempered with a respect for ethical boundaries. That the lure of easy money can often lead to dire consequences. That even the most brilliant minds can be led astray if they lose sight of their moral compass. Cabrera's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition, but it's also a testament to the power of passion. After all, it was his love for electronics that spurred him on, that drove him to push the boundaries of what was possible. His tale serves as a reminder that while our passions can lead us to achieve great things, they can also lead us into dangerous territories. And so, as we pursue our own passions, let us remember to tread carefully, to respect the boundaries that keep us grounded, and to always use our skills for the betterment of society. Rodolfo Rodriguez Cabrera, a man who loved tinkering with electronics, became infamous for hacking the very machines he loved.